Welcome back to the fifth reading in the Wherefore Art Thou Journals series. If you're new here, every Thursday we explore selected passages from Romeo and Julian's private journals, the entries that were never meant for anyone else to read. Before we dive in, if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can follow the journey every week. And don't miss our Monday shorts, where I give a sneak preview of what's coming and share extra insights from behind the scenes. Today, we're back inside Romeo's world, and this is a big moment in the series because you're about to meet someone very special to him, his best friend Marcos. Marcos is chaos. Beautiful chaos. A guy with a massive heart and zero filter. Their friendship is wild, messy, and deeply loyal. And in the full entry, before the section I'm reading today, you really get to see just how unhinged and hilarious their dynamic can be. In this entry, Romeo and Marcos are heading out to the movies. And someone else just happens to be in that theater too. Romeo and Julian are getting closer. Closer, but the universe still isn't ready for the first moment. Not yet. Let's just see what happens in this part of the journal.
That was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. The movie was Violent Night, a crazy Christmas film I wasn't expecting. It wasn't terrible, I was entertained. Watching Santa kick some bad guy ass was fun, but it was seriously over the top. The theater was surprisingly busy. We sat near the back, which Marcos insists on for some reason. I hate sitting that far back because you can see everyone on their phones. I prefer sitting closer to the front to avoid that distraction. Luckily, only one person pulled out their phone during the film. Marcos was so loud during the kill scenes. Every time he screamed, the audience started laughing. Honestly, I think it added to the experience. Nobody told him to shut up. They clearly enjoyed his reactions, even if they didn't enjoy the movie itself. After the movie, Benny checked for a post-credit scene. Whether he lied or not, I'm not sure, but we didn't stay for the credits. Most people didn't either, except for these two people in the front row. It was still pretty dark as we left, so I couldn't see them clearly. Ben drove us back, and by then, I was pretty tired. I'm glad he dropped me off first. Technically, I lived the closest, so it made sense. Marcos and Benny planned to hang out afterward. When I got home, Mom was in the living room reading, and Dad was in the family room watching something, probably a sports game. I've never been into sports, but that reminds me of a funny story from when I was younger. Dad desperately wanted me to love sports like he does. He took me to my first and only NHL game when I was about 7. It was 2 days after Christmas, when Grandma was still around. She'd made this huge Christmas dinner for the family. Anyway, on the 27th, I woke up, walked in the kitchen, and threw up everywhere. Dad didn't want to miss the game though, so he gave me some Pepto-Bismol because he'd bought front row seats. Halfway through the second period, one of the top young stars got checked into the glass right in front of us. At that moment, I threw up into a cup Dad had given me. I'll never forget the look on the player's face. I'm sure he had plenty to talk about on the bench after that. We left after the second period. When I threw up again, all pink, Dad realized I wasn't going to make it much longer. We've never gone to another game together. It turned out a bunch of us got food poisoning from something Grandma made. My parents were fine, so it must have been something I ate. We'll never know. That's it for story time tonight. Not sure why that memory popped up, probably because Dad was watching sports. We laughed about it a few years ago, but I'm pretty sure Dad wasn't laughing that day. Now I'm heading to bed. I barely slept last night thanks to Marcos, so I'm hoping for a solid rest tonight. Christmas break is almost here. December 16th is the last day and we don't go back until January 3rd. I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. Actually, every second, minute, and hour, you name it.
Marcos is absolutely a wild child, as you can already see. And that hockey game story Romeo mentions? Yep, that's ripped straight from my real life. It was the Buffalo Sabres versus Pittsburgh Penguins game, and that young star player Romeo talks about, for me, that was Jaromir Jagr. I still think about what must have gone through his head when he got back to the bench. If you've enjoyed this reading, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who loves character-driven romance. Doing those is a free way to help this channel grow. Who's your favorite type of best friend character? Chaotic, calm, or the troublemaker? Your comments help the series grow and help me know what moments hit for you the hardest. If you want the full story, including everything I don't read here, you can order Wherefore Art Thou Journals Volume 1 through the links in the description or at romeoandjulian.com. Until next Thursday, keep your heart open, your journal close, and your story unfolding.